On tonight's episode, we talk about Godzilla Minus One.
And now the pop culture news.
Well, before we get into all that, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. That's all happening right about the time that this episode is released.
This is the episode in between Christmas and New Year's. Consequently, the last episode of the year.
Oh, yeah.
2023. So, as one does, we watched Christmas movies.
Yeah.
But we also watched Godzilla Minus One. So let's start talking about Godzilla Minus One and then go back to the Christmas movies. The new ones, and maybe the old ones. We'll see.
Okay. Godzilla Minus One is one of the two Japanese movies that is topping the box office at the moment. It's been really successful, and it is well deserved. This is a Godzilla from... It's another Godzilla movie from Japan, which is, of course, where Godzilla originated. And so, it was good. Boy, that's how you introduce the movie.
Speak Japanese?
I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm tired is what's happening. Sorry about that. The point is, it's a Japanese movie about Godzilla, like Godzilla's origins, very early on, and that's where they get the minus one name, right? Like,
I guess it's a pre-origin. It's a retconning type of origin. It's a secret origin. And it was good. The movie's doing huge. It's very successful. It's making a lot of money and a lot of profit because the movie didn't cost that much. And remember, talk about how the Marvels failed, lost a lot of money, and cost, I don't know, $200 million, and they couldn't make not even close to that. And this one costed something like $15 million, and is already past. Way past that, is doing on the hundreds of millions of dollars. Very successful.
It is. And I have to say, there wasn't ever a moment where I thought, oh, gee, what a low production value.
No. It's
like the money was spent well. I don't know how they pulled that off. But
money well spent is really well done. And the movie takes place in post World War II, 1940s.
It starts like the beginning of 1945, so like right as the war is coming to an end, and it goes through. I can't remember if we get into the 50s or not. But it's just those first
47.
Yeah, just those first couple of years, like right at the end of the war.
Yeah. So there you have it. We see that's what's called minus one. Is we see Godzilla before we seen Godzilla ever. Usually is I want to say 60s, 70s, 80s when the first Godzilla movie first arrived. So it's like Godzilla destroying Tokyo, a big metropolis, big town, big city. And this one, Tokyo, is not only small, is small Tokyo post World War II. So it's destroyed by war, so they're recovering, and there's all that. The movie characters, even though it's a Godzilla movie, so it's about the monster destroying, and we find the monster and stuff like that. The characters very human with journeys, very very dilemmas, very personal, very 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 strong, and you can see Japanese principles all over, responsibility and honor, and lacking of that, or not fulfilling those kind of responsibilities, causing dishonor to himself and people recovering from the war together, and the charity in the how Blanche says the charity, I live on the charity of others, the charity of good hearts of, I can't remember. Anyways, but helping each other to that. And of course, when Godzilla comes, the community, the country, together will fight it, and it's really good. There's nothing really close to the woke crap Hollywood is putting out. This one is very based on human principles. They are not only Japanese, but throughout mankind and human race, by taking care of the weakest, helping each other, and paying for their own sins and learning by their own mistakes, and it's beautiful. It's very, very the Japanese culture based on the samurai ethics and philosophy, so it reflects on that. But with the whole World War II aspect there, that messes it meshed the whole world, and of course it meshed Japanese culture and what the people felt and what people did and what they do to the main character is very, very interesting. And the movie has a really cool soundtrack, which
I like the soundtrack.
It's very Japanese, but it works really, really well.
Yeah, and I'm curious. I'd like to hear. It sounded very old school. Like, I haven't seen any of those like original Godzilla movies, but I suspect like the theme, especially like Godzilla's theme, sounded like it could have been pulled like straight from there. So I'm curious about that. The soundtrack was awesome. I really enjoyed it. It was very effective. As you can tell from what he was saying, this movie works on lots of layers. Fun monster movie with like stuff getting destroyed, but then also like so you have your big monsters, but then like personal demons and trauma and grief and like community and overcoming and redemption and atonement, and like, oh man, it works on so many levels. And it's really inspiring. Like, I know it's fiction, but like, oh man, seeing that community like come together to take on this enormous like mutated prehistoric titanic monster, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Also, like, I've really enjoyed all the recent like Godzilla Monarch type movies. They're a lot of fun. But there's always a part of me in those that's like kind of rooting for Godzilla. Like, yeah, Godzilla's here. This is so cool. This is so awesome. There's always someone in these movies who's like, no, we can't hurt him. We have to save them. This movie, it was very clear. Like, Godzilla is bad news. Godzilla is scary. Godzilla's gonna hurt and kill a lot of people. And I feel like this movie delivered that a little bit more effectively and clearly.
Yeah, it's a threat. It's a giant monster, and the American it's fun, entertaining. We like it. We watch it.
I'm not complaining.
But they
a different emotional experience.
Very like environmentalist. PETA. Oh, this creature. We have to protect this creature. It's like the creature's eating your freaking town. It's yeah. Anyways,
it ate the school bus.
They always show the military people trying to fight it and defeat the threat as the bad guys, which is like, no, these figures come here to eat you, to destroy you. Even if they just gonna dance. If they dance, they're gonna destroy the whole state. Anyways, so in this one is focused on the people. On the tragedy and how they're gonna deal with that and how they're gonna survive extinction from a superior, if anything, a stronger race of monsters. In this case, one is not clear. That there's more like other versions of Godzilla. And it was good. The cast was really good. It was interesting that we saw right after Christmas, because there's this element of a family created by circumstances, and there's literally a father of a son, in this case a daughter, that is not his.
Right.
I don't know. Japanese probably not very Christian inspired, because they have other religions there. But it's definitely archetype of Joseph taking care of a son that technically wasn't his. Yeah,
found family and all that.
And but that doesn't move Joseph or move this main character from the responsibility, from the love and dedication he would do to that kid and to that family. And yeah, there's love in so many places in the movie, and it's a Godzilla movie. But it's not for the people like Martin Scorsese and some other traditional filmmakers, storytellers criticize Marvel movie and other superhero movies as they're not cinema. They are like thrill rides. They're like a theme park on the screen.
And some of them are, and that's totally fair.
Yeah. In this one, they have the element of the threat, and it's gigantic and is well done, is scary.
Oh, when he gets that like heat wave thing going, and like all the like the armor plates pop out, and the blue, and oh man, so cool, so cool.
But the sound mixing was really cool too. But there's a very, very important story. There's very characters that are very well written, very human, very real.
Yeah,
they are surviving that threat, and usually in the what the West is doing, it doesn't have that intensity, that depth of content, of storytelling, of characters there. That Godzilla is the icon, is the main tragedy, catastrophe element, but it could be war, it could be disease, it could be economic crisis, it could be any other thing. But and how the people deal with that is
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and this is again, this one, clearly we love this movie, and clearly it's very thoughtful and thought provoking. It almost had me thinking of Godzilla as like a metaphor for other things. What? It's kind of what you were just saying,
yes,
isn't it?
I know.
Yeah, that's exactly what you were just saying. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, clearly I'm a little bit late to that party, but I totally agree with him that like Godzilla is specifically in this case like a metaphor for, maybe I could be wrong. Like, please jump in comments and like let's discuss it. But like metaphors for the atomic bombs in Hiroshima or Nagasaki, and like the devastation and the destruction that was there, or metaphors for the other things, war in general, pandemic, death, all that good stuff. Anyway,
yeah, it's
way more than a Godzilla movie is what we're saying.
Yeah, it's again, we talked about how the movie is a huge success. It's gonna extend the American American release time to January. If you didn't have a chance to see it, go see it. We went to see it last night on a late night screening, and it was pretty full.
There were a ton of people there.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
I honestly thought, because it was so late, I thought it would be only us, and there was like people non-stopping coming.
Yeah,
it was quite full.
Yeah.
And it's for a reason. It's good. You should see it. And that's another example of people want, they need good story in their fictions, in their lives, in their movies or TV or streaming all together. And if they build it, people will come. People will go watch.
That's true.
But Hollywood is lacking on that, and you're going to talk a little bit about 2023 on how it's fail after fail after fail. It's not bringing people. We're going to Biden years of a terrible economy. People will choose wisely what they're going to pay for, what they're going to watch, but when it's good, people will come and will spend. Because it's for their mental health, it's for their entertainment, it's for their
take a break from the real world.
Yeah, it's a preservation of our culture and our principles. But when it's like stupid, it's woke, it's useless, it's preachy for something that's being forced in society, that society doesn't really want it. People's like, whatever, I'm gonna go watch old movies. If not on streaming, on my old VHS, but when it's good, and when we're telling you it's good, go watch it, people go watch it and they will share. And there's a couple phenomena during this year. We're going to talk about more about the year. But about Godzilla, we fully recommend Godzilla -1.
Yep, they deserve your money. It's worth your time. We clearly love the film. Go check it out.
Yeah, available in theaters everywhere, at least until January. So you have time to see at the new year.
Yeah. Okay, another one we saw. Let's turn our attention now to Christmas movies. So this is a new entry into the already jam-packed Christmas movie category called Candy Cane Lane. This is from Eddie Murphy and is on Netflix.
No, it's on Amazon Prime.
It's on Amazon Prime. Dang it.
Second Eddie Murphy Amazon Prime movie he did, coming to America.
That's right.
And he did this one. I can't remember if XOF, right? That's what I call it. It's not XOF Folly. It's XOF. Beverly Hills Cop. XOF.
Oh, that's right.
I can't remember if it's Amazon. but
I don't know.
We'll see when we gets closer.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is the second, and is about it's a Christmas story, and it has also Gillian Bell and Diana Ross Kidd. I can't remember her name.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
Tracy Ross.
I've literally been trying to think of that since you were wrapping up Godzilla. It took me that long. Whew, glad I planned ahead.
And it's funny, it's cute.
Yeah, I liked it.
Eddie Murphy he still has it.
Mm-hmm.
He's a master comedian.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is about there's magic involved. There's Christmas
hijinks, shenanigans,
Christmas spirit. That's like one Santa. There's like David Allegri. I was like, yeah, I never thought it was that funny. I thought it was like they could find someone more.
I guess so. But if you're gonna make like yet another Christmas movie, I'm not mad about them giving us a different kind of Santa.
No, I'm not talking about the call. I'm talking about the guy.
Oh, himself.
Yeah, David Allegri is kind of yeah. He's in this new movie, Magical Creatures.
That's right.
Negroes,
This is what is it? Nope. Babe.
Isn't that so called?
No, Negroes.
Yeah.
It's a totally different word.
What did I say?
I'm not saying what you said.
What did I say?
I'd rather know.
I need to learn.
You
So Magical Negroes.
Negroes.
What's the difference?
They're completely different words. Do you want me to spell them?
No.
Okay.
One is offensive and the other
one
is
is
not.
spectacularly offensive. One is mildly offensive.
Oh.
But in this case, it is like a literary term. Like the magical Negro is a trope.
Oh, it's like if Tarantino says Negro,
it's not
fine.
no. Oh, could you stop saying it?
Tarantino says. I'm just quoting Tarantino.
I'm not. Well, like, Tarantino does a lot of things that people shouldn't do.
Anyways, he's in that movie too, and he's like the first thing he said, it's like the worst animal in the universe is white people. Anyways, so in this one, just a quick synopsis. You can find anywhere.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing. I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah, you said nah?
No, I said yep.
Okay. Eddie Murphy makes a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
Makes a deal with the
devil.
devil.
It is kind of a
and
unknowingly makes a deal with the devil.
And he has to find 12 days of Christmas related items that
have all horrifically come to life.
Yeah, but the devil has his tricks, and the devil it's not the devil, it's actually an elf, played by a funny Gillian Bell. It's funny. It's What else?
Yeah, I thought it was funny, charming, hits on all like the main Christmas themes. Good this is our main character, Eddie Murphy, is someone who has always loved Christmas, is super crazy about it. But he kind of gets like recentered on the things that actually matter, like his family and not the decorations. This was a nice one. I liked it.
Yeah.
And it's a tough category to get into. Like earlier this Christmas season, I sent him like this whole like long list of Christmas movies that I really wanted to see, and I had forgotten a bunch that I really love. So he reminded me of those, and we watched like maybe a third of the list.
No, we actually missed 2, maybe 3, 4, including one that I added to the list, but we're still gonna watch because it takes place between Christmas and New Year, so it's still
okay. Either way, there are already.
But granted, we only saw for a couple of days. We could be watching, I don't know, to December, to entire month.
Yeah, we should have been doing that.
Yeah.
Either way, the point is there are already a ton of really good Christmas movies that are loved and adored and part of family traditions going back as long as these movies have been around. Every generation kind of has their favorites. So it's a tough slot tender, and I think they did a good job. Yeah. They held up, checked all the boxes, but still gave us something newish, freshish. It was fun.
It's still kind of weird. I mean, he did it before, but it's still kind of weird to see Murphy as a father. If anything, as a father of teenagers, because he on Daddy Daycare,
That's right. He just got a little
kid.
Yeah.
And they have that one with Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill. Is that Jonah Hill? Is that him? Jonah Hill.
Well, now I'm questioning everything, but yeah.
Jonah Hill, right?
Yeah.
Fat guy from Oceans.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't Oceans. But he was with Eddie Murphy. He was on Brad Pitt on Moneyball. Jonah Hill, right?
Yeah.
this is the end. So there's that. He's father of adult kids, which is even more weird. But I guess he's old. He has kids that old. But it's still kind of, used to see him, maybe with little kids. Anyways, the movie is funny. Of course, Murphy has a lot of fans. Tracy Ellis Ross has a lot of fans too for the other things she made in Gillian Bell. It's an Amazon production. You should see it. It's a black family, and that hits the audience. That hits its own audience. So it's gonna definitely get some success from that alone. But of course, everybody there have more fans than that. But it's just to mention that The Color Purple premiered, and it hit the best Christmas box office in, like, I don't know. It was like the second best ever, which shows that it's not only for black people, but it has a faithful audiences that will go see it. I mean, personally, I'm not in a hurry to see it because I think it's one of those musicals that. Why are you making a musical? But I
don't know. I've actually never seen the first one.
Really?
Yeah, it's definitely a gap.
Oh,
I'm curious about this one.
So good. I mean, it's the kind of thing that I don't know. It might be entertaining, but I don't know. I feel like it takes a little bit away. Like they had a Broadway. They had a Rocky musical. A Back to the Future musical.
Yeah, not everything.
That kind of thing. That's like, I know that people are talented, they're creative, they're doing their best, but it feels like it's a little bit of a money grab,
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Because it's like people love this. What if we make it a musical?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
anyways,
I hear ya.
So just FYI, The Color Purple is out there everywhere. If you want to see it, just premiered. It's a musical. Be aware. Oprah just mentioned this week that explaining why she wouldn't cameo. And anyways, yeah. But back to the movies we watched. Candy Cane Lane with Eddie Murphy is available on Amazon Prime. You should go see it. I don't know. I'm one of those people that feel like as soon as Christmas is over, Christmas movies like.
Yeah,
it feels like,
they're not. Like, they're really fun in December. They're really fun maybe a couple of days after Christmas, but
on the 26th.
But part of watching them is like kind of getting hyped up for Christmas. And watching it now would just be depressing.
Together. Yeah. Anyways, another Christmas one we saw is Amazon Prime as well. It's an animation by DC Studios. DC, whatever they called before James Gunn, is still showing the logo with the Justice League, which we see and it's like, I guess this is the last time. And it's such a good design. Anyways, but Gunn's gonna make his own, right? But this one's called
for that.
Merry Little Batman, and it's cute, it's fun. If you are a loyalist, if you are a comic book reader, or you know a little bit about anything, a lot of stuff makes no sense.
Considerable liberties are taken with characters.
So much liberty.
Like, technically, it's like Bruce and Alfred and Damien.
Yeah.
But not really at all. They're so he's like this cute little kid.
Daddy.
He's like, Daddy, I love you so much. I want to be just like you, Daddy.
Yeah. First of all, Damien, it's a bastard. Is technically.
No, didn't they have some kind of
not officially
League of Shadows?
I mean, they had a romance and they had sex. That's why the baby was made. But
thank you for explaining that.
But he was. Let me put it this way: Bruce only finds out about him when he's like a young kid.
Yeah.
Speaks and talks. He never calls him daddy. He calls him father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like very formal. Yeah, Damien's very formal, very dark.
Even Alfred, he calls Pennyworth.
Yeah.
Nobody calls Alfred Pennyworth. He calls him Pennyworth. So
fits right in with the Teen Titans. Like he and Raven. They're like, yes, we're dark and we have serious daddy issues. And granddaddy issues.
And this one, he's a cute little kid. He wants to be like daddy, and he wants for Christmas utility belt. And like there's no more crime. And it's like they take so many liberties. And I don't know if it was short, I would have said better, but because it's a full feature.
Yeah, it should have been way shorter.
Yeah.
I think the animation style was cute. It's a fun idea. I love a what if or an Elseworld or whatever. I feel this could have been shorter. Yeah.
Oh, the villains are old.
Our kids enjoyed it.
Yeah. It has a nice style of animation, so kids like that. And you know, kids being kids, it's always kids like to see that. And yeah, it's fun, it's cute. Yeah, it's a Christmas movie, so you're too late for that. and again, I don't know. Yeah, go see it. It's not horrible, especially if you're not into canon. You don't know anything about Batman and his 6-7 kids, because Batman has like Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and then there's Damien, and then there's Stephanie Brown, Cassandra Cain. Barbara sometimes is a love interest, and sometimes is a daughter figure, depending on the yeah. So
I really wish they would just commit to one or the other of those.
Kids, so many kids. So to pick Damien, I mean, I don't know. It was like a lot of it.
Yeah.
With Luke Wilson and the kid, I can't remember the kid. There's any other big voice there?
There were, and I'm totally blanking on all of them. Yeah. So I guess overall, like it was fun, it was cute, but do not go into this expecting canon whatsoever. And then you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
And that's on Amazon?
It's Amazon Prime Video. It's weirdly. I wonder if it's one of those. DC dropped a lot of stuff. Batgirl.
Oh, that's right.
I wonder if this is one of those, because Amazon. Like, really.
Yeah, it is kind of weird.
And they even dropped stuff that had potential, right? They dropped the Batman Cape Crusader, which is like non-official or distant continuation of Batman animated adventures. They dropped that, and I can't remember who picked, but yeah. Anyways, Merry Little Christmas is available on Amazon Prime Video if you wanna check.
Okay.
We also finished this week. We finished the season and the show, The Crown.
I thought it was a nice, elegant ending. I feel like at this point, the beginning of the season felt kind of voyeuristic and uncomfortable, because like it was telling stories that I remember and getting into the royals' like very private lives, but like the private lives of people who are still alive.
Yeah, but I think so. I think it was actually distant enough. You know?
They did a good job, but excuse me, like it was starting to feel comfortable. Like it was a good thing that the show ended, and I was really curious how they would end it, given that the Queen did die mid-production for this season, and so they were able to kind of change directions and deal with that and have a graceful ending.
Yeah,
as it were.
Overall, the show from beginning to end, it basically teaches people, reminds people why monarchies should not exist.
Yeah, but then also there's like some nice reminders about like the appeal of it, like why monarchy shouldn't exist, but why it's been just about impossible for Great Britain to get rid of theirs, at least up until this point.
I mean the fallacy that people fall for. Yeah. But hey, like in previous seasons, Charles, he was like very willing. He was like very pro moving on from that, right? But then he took over a hypocrite. Anyways.
Yeah. There's definitely a few lines in this season, in light of having watched the coronation. I think Charles.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem very genuine or honest, does it?
He was like young and getting some ideals. And then the old mummies from the royal family like hugged him so hard that like his ideas like.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Anyways, The Crown available on Netflix, the entire show.
Yep.
Yeah. If you started, you might want to finish.
Yeah, it's worth the finish. It was interesting and well made. Okay, Aquaman 2 is doing pretty kind of sort of okay.
Well, it was the big box office. It was leading the Christmas box office again. You okay?
Yeah, sorry, just a little sleepy.
The Color Purple, the musical. I don't know if they call it a musical. Well, anyways, but it's a musical. Got I think 18 million, which was really good for a Christmas Day premiere.
Yeah.
But Aquaman overall made 40 million, which is not much. Which is it's overall is showing that the movie's not going to perform well. And but yeah,
which we kind of anticipated. DC had been working on a Zatanna movie, which I personally was very excited about. They are no longer moving forward with that.
With everything that they can get right, and they get like absurdly wrong. I was like, there's no way. I mean, they mentioned that there was rumors, nothing official, that Dua Lipa would be Zatanna. So okay, she has the looks for it. But I don't know. There's no way he would get it right. He'd probably put her wearing pants. Anyways.
But either way, it's just one more disappointment.
It's out. And because James Gunn is going to do his own thing.
I guess I feel like I'm just still waiting for what that thing is going to be. Because so far it's just like, hey, all that stuff that you liked and you were excited about, we're not doing that. We're canceling that. I don't know. We'll see. In the meantime, just to sort of rub salt in the wound, Rebel Moon was released. Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, released on Netflix, and it's in their top 10 right now.
Yes. The movie is divisive, but everything Zack Snyder does.
He is pretty.
So we didn't see yet. We're gonna see. Most likely, we're gonna talk about it next week.
Yep.
I heard that there's a like what they call a director's cut, extended edition. There's like 3 hours.
Of course there is.
And they said they're gonna release before they release the second part because it's Rebel Moon Part 1. But I couldn't find the date yet. But I was like, I'm probably gonna watch this one when it comes to extended. We watch the extended.
Why not just release the extended? Like it's Netflix. It's streaming.
Because we released twice.
Right.
Yeah. And people watch twice. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the other one will have a theater release. Not clear yet. But we'll come back to it.
We'll see. Okay. So we had mentioned before this new game called The Day Before. It didn't go so well.
Yeah, it's hated and it sucks everywhere. And to that, even the producers, makers are quitting to the point that the service for it's gonna shut down next month.
So they're just
after
done. Peace out.
Crazy, only 45 days.
Yeah. Kind of on the same note, PlayStation is not. Oh yeah, so if you had the game, I guess it'd be kind of useless. I don't know how the game works, but either way. PlayStation is not going to be deleting your Discovery TV downloads.
Oh, yes. As I said, even if you pay for it, or if you rent it, I mean, if you rent it, you probably could watch before the end. But if you pay for it in your library, it would disappear. Yeah. But PlayStation, Sony, Discovery, I don't know who's taking care of those deals, are not doing that. At least for the next year.
Okay.
So it's not a solution. It's temporary solution, and
yeah. Okay.
But you see, all this mess is showing how messed up the film, the TV industry is, but how the video game industry is being messed up by lack of creativity or hushing things and disrespecting the fans with all that crap.
Word. Ads are going to be coming to Amazon Prime Video starting in January.
Yeah, stupid, ridiculous. Yeah. They do give you an option if you don't want the ads. You pay $2 each month on the top of what you pay for the Prime subscription.
Okay, good to know. Ken Jennings said that he was surprised and taken off guard by Mayim Bialik's removal from the Jeopardy roster.
Well, yeah, no more surprised than her, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. It's still disappointing. Ken Jennings will still do a great job. Life goes on. Doctor Who's most recent Christmas special is the lowest rated of the Christmas specials.
Yeah, it has terrible numbers and and the content too. People are like, even bringing back the favorite David Tennant, it's not delivering. And it was something about I've read the notes about somewhere about 13. They should only be 13, right?
Yeah, so they had established earlier in the show that he only gets to regenerate a certain number of times, and then they got to that number and then came up with a whole bunch of new rules that would allow them to do more.
And then
so.
and some more Pierce fans claim that everything after 13 has been kind of like, I don't know if any producer left or what.
They did switch things around, but ironically, they brought back one of the OGs.
Yeah.
And certainly one of the most popular writers. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if they could totally blame it on. I don't know. We'll see. I have yet to watch. I have yet to watch a lot of really anything after. Christopher or what's Bucket Capaldi?
Max.
Peter Capaldi.
Oh, you saw Capaldi?
I saw some of Capaldi. Yeah, I haven't seen his regeneration, so I'm pretty behind and cannot speak with any authority on the subject. Okay. What's happening with Peaches at the Oscars?
Did not make to the short list, so therefore will not get nominations for the sadness of so many people, which again it shows how.
Think of that Oscar performance.
Right.
It would almost make the Oscars worth watching.
Yes.
That would have been delightful.
Yeah. And it again shows the ignorance of the Academy towards what people want, what is popular, what is good. But
were the other nominations iconic? Did they capture the imagination of a generation of children?
Yeah. Did
Probably
they make
not.
A villain, more villainous.
Yes.
And even
while still
funny.
Exposing his vulnerability and his motivations. Still, like you said, just a genius right there. So.
Anyways.
All right. Okay. So, remember that show on Hulu called The Act? About the mother with, crazy intense Munchausen syndrome? The real-life woman who horribly abused her daughters... No, wait. I can't remember if it's the abuser. Anyway, one of the women involved in that, convicted murder, Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Yeah. She's been released from prison.
Yeah, and it's causing all over media about, releasing this so-called monster. And but one of the things that just popped on the news is she wants to realize a big dream. She wants to achieve this great goal of meeting Taylor Swift. So just for you to know.
Interesting. All right. That's fun.
But
fans everywhere.
Yeah, but because there's stupidity everywhere. Some people, there's all over the internet, posts oh, she's free. People treat her well, be nice to her. It's not just because she killed her mother that she should be treated with disrespect. It's what? Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
Society these days. Anyways.
All right. Well, on that note, Adam Driver says he's done with Star Wars?
He's done. He's not coming back. I mean, as he should. I mean, first of all, the third movie, they made him into a good guy. And it was never the thing. He was supposed to die miserably as a bad guy he was. But I guess, I don't know, someone's like Kathleen Kennedy's like, you know what? I like him. I think people like him. Let's make him a good boy.
Yeah.
And no. But yeah, I said he's not back. But I doubt it. With enough money, Disney's like, but you should be the ghost that guides Rey into, I don't know what they're going to do for the new one. But I think he should be done. And if they're going to go with Rey, to be honest, I don't think they would do it. But if there's justice in the world, they should treat Rey on the new movies like they treat Luke on the sequels. So Rey is incompetent. She's a quitter, and she finds a new generation to help her.
Oh, I see. I was like, she's not that in the movies. No, I got you.
On the new ones, because it's this one's gonna be.
Because that is what they. Okay.
Because it's
it's what they did to Luke.
And they did to Indiana Jones, and they did to all our heroes. It's our heroes get old and they get stupid. They losers. They failed. They cynical. They dark, and they quit. If they created this standard of mediocrity, and nothing but fair if they would keep that and do that fair.
hope
they did that to Leia. They did that to Leia. They did that to Han Solo.
It's true.
Yeah.
For the sake of the franchise, I hope they do something better and back up her character with somebody.
Yeah, but again, if they do anything slightly better, it will only accentuate how bad the sequels are. But anyways, moving on.
Okay. Well, while we're talking about franchise adaptations that make us really cranky, Lord of the Rings: Rings of Power they've revealed their new Sauron actor.
Yes.
Ooh.
Still not pretty. Like the Anatar.
It's so disappointing.
Yeah. Because in the Silmarillion we learned that Sauron was beautiful and fair, and he basically seduces and convinces the people of what's the place called? The island. Oh, jeez. I have to read that again.
Yeah, me too.
Anyways. And convince them to basically create some sort of Tower of Babel and crap like that. And then they fall. But anyways. But it was recast as a new Sauron. You might try to seduce Galadriel in a non-canonical stupid way, but
I don't even want to watch the next season. I
don't
want to encourage them.
Moving on.
All right, tell us about this quote from Hannah Waddingham.
Oh, I thought that was very cool. She's working on the new Mission Impossible, and she did say that about the producer, actor, co-star in the movie, the main star. He is, without a doubt, one of the loveliest and encouraging, positive, and inspiring human beings I have ever met. About Tom Cruise.
Pretty good.
Yeah, the guy works. He you know, you might say anything about him, but yeah, he works. He had his Scientology things in the past, his family crisis in the past, but right now, and I saw a clip. I can't remember what it was. It's like I like people. I make movies for people.
That's right.
And you know, I like to go out and be with people. So one day I put my baseball cap, because that's how they hide.
That's right.
And he went on the subway.
Baseball cap.
And then
glasses and a hoodie if you're really desperate.
Yeah, he was leaning on the thing on the subway, and then this girl that was close to him was on the phone, and then she glimpsed up and she saw him, and she's like, and he was like. So yeah, that's Tom Cruise for you. Oh,
that's really nice. All right, well, last but not least, this is very exciting stuff for any of you Trekkies out there who are aware of what's coming in the future. But scientists have apparently had a conversation with a humpback whale in her own language. And this conversation could very well be instrumental to saving humanity and the planet someday. So, way to go, scientists. This is actually, Star Trek aside, so cool that we could actually communicate with whales. That's amazing.
And yeah, as we said, it's the last episode of the year. So we talked a lot about a lot of stuff. We saw a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff, and a lot of not so good stuff. And what was highlights, top 5?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I could give a top 5. I should have looked this up before, because I don't even remember what came out this year. But I figured you would ask that.
Yeah.
So I was sort of thinking, ruminating.
Ruminating?
Yeah.
Like a cow?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still holiday time, still snacky time. I think Oppenheimer, the whole Barbenheimer-Oppenheimer thing, that was a really big standout moment that lived up to the hype. I really loved Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
This year, that one was a blast.
Again, Tom Cruise.
To see. Yeah, kind of underrated, I thought. It deserved better than it got. I know I'm probably forgetting some really wonderful things that we saw that were new this year. But yeah, those are, when you say what were your favorites, those are probably the two that
you can make
jump
5.
out. Huh?
You couldn't make 5.
I mean, not confidently. Yeah. No, I'll stick with that for a minute. What are yours?
Oh, so
Let me jog my memory a
the
bit.
Marvels was so good.
Shut up.
Well, Mission Impossible was definitely one rated. It's Mission Impossible. It's it should they should make these Mission Impossible. I'm from the opinion that they should make every other year, 1 year, odd years. No, odd years a 007 because it's odd, and even years a Mission Impossible. Because it's MI, so it's too late.
I get it. Gran Turismo, that one was really fun.
Gran Turismo was fun.
That was very fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the ones that were like
touchy story.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of ones that were like unexpected, really worth seeing in theaters. Anyway, sorry, keep going. Yeah.
No,
I'll remember more as you go.
We still have 2 more to go.
Yeah.
The Marvels, the Marvels was a disaster.
That was disappointing.
That's on the bottom 5. But yeah, Mission Impossible was really good. John Wick was excellent, as always. Gran Turismo was good too. Let me cheat. Let me check.
Okay, you cheat. A Haunting in Venice, I liked way more than I thought it would, and I think it's my favorite of Branagh's Agatha Christie adaptations. Oh, Killers of the Flower Moon. That one was really good. Yeah, see, I just needed time. There have been some good... There have been a lot of, like, disappointments. A lot of just, like, mediocre stuff. But... The
Money was good. It was not bad. Greed was good. Expendables was like,
Yeah.
Equalizer followed up really, really well. Go West was funny.
I would like to see them do more.
So was Ballers. What's that called, right? Sound of Freedom. Sound of Freedom was excellent, and it was part of when you make it good and people will come. Sound of Freedom from Angel Studios. They have this whole marketing using the internet, using Chain, using friends.
Yeah, and this whole concept of pay it forward is pretty brilliant too.
And a great story, great movie. If you didn't see it, you should see it. And of course the newest, Shift. Yeah. Also on that wave, Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh, Spider-Man.
Cross the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Worth mention. The Covenant was excellent. Guardians was good. Mario.
That was this year.
Mario was this year.
Jeez.
Dungeons and Dragons was good. It didn't perform well.
It really should have performed so much better. That movie was solid. I loved it.
Yeah, we had Operation Fortune. What's his bucket guy?
Oh, Guy Ritchie.
Which also made The Covenant. So he had two good movies this year. Yeah. Shyamalan had Knocked at the Cabin.
Yep. Jeez, that was this year.
And I think Fabelmans was last year. I think that was it.
Okay.
So and that's some we mentioned on my quick list here. There's some that didn't make the list because they are in a different application. But yeah.
But yeah, so some disappointments, but also some pretty phenomenal.
There was a lot of disappointments.
Pretty phenomenal films.
Marvel, Disney, and the whole woke agenda rising and contaminating the industry. But and what you expect for next year?
Dune. Obviously, that's probably top of the list.
Yeah. Deadpool, but again, there's only one Marvel
Deadpool
movie
3.
coming next year.
Oh man, I was looking at this. Someone made a list of like all the sequels coming, and it's such a sad, like a sadly high number. Well, like Deadpool 3, which I'm excited about, but it's still like it'd be nice to see some new content.
Yeah, well, there's like the Krasinski movie with Ryan Reynolds looks good with Steve Carell.
Yes.
And Argyle looks
funny. Yes, that's what I'm very excited about.
Funny. The Ghostbusters looks okay, I guess. It doesn't look like wow, but it doesn't look bad. So we'll see.
I'm looking forward to that. I really liked the last one.
Yeah. This one.
I think it'll be fun. It'll be amazing. I don't know, but it'll be fun.
Yeah. I mean, there'll be ghosts in New York, which is a very Ghostbuster thing to do. The original cast is there. I hope they don't kill them, but they're so old they might fall.
I don't know. That might be a very touching way. Might be a very touching way for
they did that
at least one of them to like sacrifice themselves. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Ernie Hudson character. Winston. He's like a Tony Stark. It's a mix of Tony Stark and Nick Fury, right? He's like, Rachel, we have these all over the planet.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to be part of the Ghostbusters initiative? Like, okay, I see today. Yeah. But, Yeah. What else? Anything like it's like, whoa, I can't wait to see this.
I mean, honestly, right now it's pretty much Dune that's quite occupying my mind.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you have some others
in
mind? Argyle looks really good. Yeah, that's all I got right now. I'm probably, like, as usual.
February. What comes? There's something.
Forgetting
February.
something really.
February.
Exciting.
Is there a guy? There's like some good stuff coming in February. Yeah, I always remember because it's my birthday.
That's
month.
right.
And no, this is out. This is out. This is out. This is don't care. This is out. This is out. Yeah, no, there's a lot of cool stuff coming, but yeah, we'll see. It's we hope this year will be better in so many ways, and we hope it will be better, with better content too, because Marley is okay. It looks interesting. I'm not like
I'm excited, but I am intrigued.
Yeah.
I look forward, I guess.
Yeah, but yeah. Anything else?
I think that's all I got for now. I'll think of something after we cut.
Joker. No, this is a crappy.
No.
Why they give space on the theater for that? And DC didn't sue. That's the most intriguing thing. The Warner, the Fall Guy, Frank also looks funny. Looks interesting. Furiosa again is Mad Max.
Planet of the Apes.
Josh Miller.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good.
Furiosa and what is it? Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Those both look good.
There's probably Toy Story 6 and the Joker is coming next
That's
year.
right. Joker 2, Beetlejuice 2. I'm not a huge fan.
Beetlejuice 2, huh?
I'm not a huge I enjoy Beetlejuice, but it's not like what. For some reason, our scared of everything 7-year-old loves Beetlejuice and is very excited about a sequel.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was funny. It's a cult phenomenon, but there's like, it's like someone. Apparently there's an artist where I work that draw Michael Keaton Beetlejuice and someone, and so he sells art and he showed someone's. I was like, wow! I was like, you made that? I was like, no, this guy made that. He's kind of
that's cool.
Kind of Goodwill Hunting. He's a custodian that does that kind of thing.
He's an artist.
And
you should put a famous art equation on the.
Right.
On the wall.
Yeah. But it's like unexpected. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for this week. That's it for this year.
Yeah.
We see you
How
next.
fun is that?
Yeah, see you next year and next week with stuff. That's all. Because of Christmas, we put a hold on a lot of stuff. There's the new Matt Damon movie for Apple. There's the new Zack Snyder movie for Netflix, and there's a couple other things that we're gonna watch this week. We're gonna come to start the year talking about all this stuff and more stuff throughout the year. And that's it for the week and for the year. May the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.